Woo! Oh my God, yo. So, contrary to popular belief, I actually feel like the $50 I spent on that Austin McBroom and Bryce Hall fight was well spent. Well spent money, man. And that's a huge statement. Uh, especially when you hear about people paying for pay-per-view fights when it comes to like the whole YouTube boxing scene. The Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather fight was very underwhelming. It was pretty much a highway robbery. Everybody watched it. Nothing really went down. There were no knockouts. Like, it was just meh. It was like pretty much kind of surprising for everybody to see that Logan Paul kind of just made it through that entire fight. Like, pretty much with Floyd Mayweather, a professional boxer. So that wasn't really anything huge. But this fight was awesome. Absolutely amazing. Of course, as we all predicted, Austin McBroom won by a landslide. Like, that was, a given. But it was still very entertaining. The buildup was awesome. And the fights leading up to it were perfect. I think two of the best fights I saw, it was FaZe Jarvis fighting some other guy. Don't even know the dude's name. But FaZe Jarvis walked in the ring, and it was a pretty good fight. And then he was super zoned in and wound up knocking out his opponent. Absolutely beautiful. And the second fight that I definitely loved was the Anderson Gibb fight. And I guess Taylor Howard or some shit, like another TikToker or whatever. They were fighting and stuff like that. And Taylor Holder, I think it was Holder. Anyways, they were like fighting and stuff like that. And, I guess, Gibb fought completely different. Because you guys know the fight between Anderson Gibb and like Jake Paul from like last year, or basically like a year and a half ago. He lost, Gibb lost. But he came into this fight mad aggressive. His technique was amazing. His cardio, he probably had the best cardio out of everybody in all the fights that I saw. And he looked like he could go for, because each of the rounds was, they were 2-minute rounds. There were a total of 5 rounds. And, a regular boxing match, they're like, I think 10 3-minute rounds or something like that, if you go the distance. But he looked like he could easily go like 8 or 10 more rounds. Like, he was not like, bothered at all. So I do have to say the only thing I definitely disagreed with when I watched this fight at all was definitely the scoring for the Anderson Gibb fight and Taylor Holder fight and stuff like that. Like, I guess Gibb versus Holder. And because they basically said the fight was a draw when Gibb clearly had more punches that landed, and he looked like he was doing damage. Like, he was doing damage. He looked unscathed. He looked like he could go again, honestly. So we might actually see another fight out of that. But the actual Bryce Hall and Austin McBroom fight was awesome. It was amazing. I mean, at first, I'm like, damn, like maybe like Bryce Hall might sneak in a little knockout or whatever. But literally, like, I'd say about 30 seconds into the fight, you could tell like who was more experienced. I mean, it looked like Austin McBroom's been doing this for a minute. He was moving around really quickly and stuff. He gave him that work. He landed a lot of really dope headshots. I mean, like Bryce Hall was leaking though, dude, like leaking around the stage and stuff like that. But I mean, honestly, after watching something like this, you got to give everybody props for stepping in the ring and doing this, because a lot of people talk on the internet and they would never in a million years actually step in a ring and box each other. So it was very entertaining, and I felt like I did not get robbed at all. Like, I was thoroughly entertained the entire time. The performances were really good. I think it was Lil Baby, Migos, and some other rapper. I don't know her name, but she was up there doing her thing too. It was really well put together, and there was a huge hype. DDG fought too. That's another thing too. DDG fought. That was a very good fight as well. DDG's fight was awesome. I think, he wound up winning and stuff like that. It was really cool to see all the people that were on the YouTube card, all the people that were on the TikTok card. So I feel like because this event was so massive, there were 15,000 people that showed up to this event, and that's under like, the little pandemic regulations and stuff like that as things slowly start to open up. I feel like this is going to be like a huge, like regular occurring thing over the next few years and stuff until it moves on to a different wave, just like back in the day where bodybuilding became wildly popular because of Arnold. I feel like boxing is becoming wildly popular because of YouTubers and TikTokers. So that's the new wave, that's the new move. But I guess to conclude this whole synopsis, I definitely was very impressed. I was very impressed. I was half expecting to waste another $50 in a fight that like was hazard, like the very put together, very half-assed and stuff. It was interesting to say the least, but it was very, very entertaining. And I definitely look forward to anything that is hosted by them. If Austin McBroom hosts another fight, I will definitely be spending another $50 because I felt like my money went to a good place. Don't have anything bad to say about it, besides the fact that I do feel like Gib was robbed. Like, he was completely robbed. That was the biggest thing I had to complain about. Everybody knew he was robbed. He even said he was robbed when he got, interviewed on the thing. His opponent couldn't even fully deny that he was robbed. You know what I mean? Like, because he was getting worked on. Holder was getting worked on. Gib did not let up. Every time the referee split him and Holder up, Gib would go right back in and start boxing. And the second he said go, the second the ref said, okay, you guys are good, go ahead, resume the fight, Gib threw a barrage of painful looking punches, bruh. And I was just like, damn, this is rough. But anyways, I know I don't make content like this normally on my channel, but I mean, it is kind of a channel where I talk about whatever. But it was a good fight, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if you guys watched it too, or if you guys didn't, or if you guys care at all, but I just thought it was definitely I actually got my money's worth. I got my money's worth, and I'm happy. That's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Peace.